the success in all of this doesn't change. The fundamental principles of the lower the risk, the lower the return, the higher the risk, the higher the return. When a lot of people don't understand it yet, it's at a point where there's a massive amount of risk. However, if you take the time to study it, because you've done your due diligence and you've gone the extra mile versus everyone else, if everyone else is not actually doing it, that could possibly be your edge also. In this video, I want to talk about and share certain details that could help you in the world of investing, in entrepreneurship, or I think general advice that could help you also in your career as you start to try to move forward and you want to excel and do amazing things. If you try to be like everyone else, you will end up like everyone else. The key to success in business, in investing, in entrepreneurship, and in your career in general is by doing what's contrary to what everyone else is doing. What everyone else is doing, 80%, 90% of the population will end up with results that from a financial perspective will be like also how 80 or 90% of the population is. And if you notice it, the ones that have been excelling in crypto, in stocks, in business, in real estate, they try to do the things that's generally opposite as compared to what everyone else is doing. If you try to notice it also, and I've been harping on this over and over because I think this is a grand time to talk about this, is that when things are scary, when things are bearish, when there's a lot of panic, when everyone doesn't want to invest, when things are so low, that's one of the best times for you to be able to come in. That's one of the best times for you to be able to invest. And that's when also there's so much opportunity around. In the same way also for business, a lot of people don't want to start something because there's no one actually doing it there. What's interesting is the good ones, they know that as long as they have the cash, as long as they have staying power that would allow them also to remain afloat while things get better, the best and opportune time is to go in an area or a category where no one is actually doing it there. No one is actually building a base there. If you look at it also from a medical perspective, when you look at doctors here, at least in Metro Manila, you go to a certain hospital, there's so much with a certain specialty in one area. There's a lot of competition. I'm not saying that they're competing with each other, but in terms of the possibility of getting patients or even clients, there's a lot that you're sharing your expertise with versus the doctors that are, say, in the province, that probably they're the only cardio surgeon in that area. That means that demand will always be greater for them. When people try to flock into a certain area and they keep on buying, that increases the supply. However, if the supply is greater than the demand, or it's almost at the same level, then there won't be a premium to what you're actually offering. If you dare to be different and you do what's opposite, you will stand out. And as you start to stand out, not a lot of people is doing what you're doing, either in that particular area or that particular space, meaning you get to command also the rates that you want. You don't have to discount yourself. And in the same way also, I think that's how you should also look at it from an investing point of view. Everyone wants to crowd into something when it's popular already, when it's expensive already, when a lot of people have gone in already. But the reality is, the success in all of this doesn't change. The fundamental principles of the lower the risk, the lower the return, the higher the risk, the higher the return. When a lot of people don't understand it yet, it's at a point where there's a massive amount of risk. However, if you take the time to study it, because you've done your due diligence and you've gone the extra mile versus everyone else, if everyone else is not actually doing it, that could possibly be your edge also. Bitcoin, a decade ago, not a lot of people understood it. Bitcoin today, more people understand it. That's why it has already gone up. But a very, very small percentage still of the population understands what it truly is and how game-changing it actually is as well. I'm not saying you invest in Bitcoin. I'm not saying you invest in a particular stock. What I'm saying is when there's a lot of people focusing on a certain item or a certain thing, then maybe it's too late already. When a lot of people are aping into it, maybe that's the time that you don't get in. Because when a lot of people are in it and a lot of people are doing it already, I believe it's late. Your goal is to enter or to start something or to invest in something that's contrary still to the common ideology. Another thing that you could actually look at also is this. When Union Bank started to go digital, at least from a Philippine perspective, years ago, way before COVID, I already had the notion that this company, this bank, because of their innovation, I think they're gonna be leaps and bounds ahead of the competition as everything starts to go digital. In the same way, you can also backtrack my old videos, 2018, 2019. I was already talking about GCash. I already said this, that if you were looking at what was going on around the world already, especially China, China's virtually cashless. People were already paying via QR codes. And what's interesting about that was GCash already had QR codes way before COVID, but no one used it. Globe at that time, the stock price of Globe was massively lower than its highs last year. The thing though, also when you do something that's contrary, I think there are two things that you need to have. You need to have the patience to stick to it up until everyone else starts to believe in it and notices it and think that it's something that's worth getting into. And also the discipline that if you say that right now when everyone's scared, while it's the bear market, you stick to your guns and that you say that you want to accumulate, you want to build life-changing gains, you want to build volume, you follow it. No matter how low it goes, no matter how scary it becomes. Because in reality, even in the crypto space, you'll see that there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. People are talking about Bitcoin and its impact on the environment. People are talking about Ethereum and it being centralized already and could be censored. People are talking about Solana and its downtimes. A lot of those things also, if you're not taking time to study, it could cause you to be scared. It will deter you from investing properly. Similar to what I said about Apple, about Microsoft, about Tesla, or even about Bitcoin and Ethereum, the price most times does not agree also with what the value is. Over and over, people are emotional, and when they're emotional, they act out of fear. And when they act out of fear, that's when you see dumps, and when you see dumps and movements downward, that's where you see opportunities also that you get to buy low, build a base, buy everything cheap. And when you see things also from a perspective of a lot of people are excited about it, they're hyped about it, everything's gonna go to the moon, that's when also you have to be a bit tempered. That's where you have to be wary. Not that Bitcoin is changing, not that Apple is changing, not that Tesla is changing, but when everyone's excited also, that's a time also that either you stop buying or in essence also, it might be time also to take profits from the risks and the conviction that you have when everyone was scared. Nothing good, nothing of significance is achieved when you do what everyone else is doing. If you go and you follow what the norm is, dare to be different, ignore the crowd, do what's opposite, follow your conviction, and just keep on stacking based on that. It doesn't mean you're gonna play it perfect. It doesn't mean that you won't make mistakes when you start to invest or do it that way. But if you follow the template of how rich people, the upper 1%, didn't do a certain template, and I highly implore you for your businesses, for your investments, and even for your career. You want to succeed? Do the opposite as what everyone else is doing. If you want to know more about what I do, like, share, subscribe, smash the bell so you're updated. I've written 5 books about investing, about the stock market. I have over 2,000 videos here on YouTube that I hope helps you. And if you want to join my webinars, my courses, or seminars that you can watch from the comforts of your home, we have links down below as well. If you want to invest also in the crypto market, we have tons of brokers that you could choose from. Even in the stock market, we also have that as well. That's it for now. If you guys have any questions, put them down below and I'll be glad to be able to answer you and give you my thoughts about it as well. So, marvingermo, I hope this video helps you. Trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon and God bless you all.